Ignantwitted.com. This is DaVinci.
I represent the element where we murder for their presidents. Seen us in black hoodies standing outside of your residence. Probably see me bailing in the backseat of that.
How'd you get that name?
I mean, it just came from me just playing around with words and my raps. My name is JD. You know, everybody call me JD, and D stand for DaVinci.
Right.
I was just playing with words one day and came up with it. It's just, you know, to speak to how I fuck around with the words and paint pictures.
Right. Your location influenced your style a lot?
Definitely, yeah. 100%. You know what I'm saying? Like, from the feedback I've been getting, a lot of people, when I'm out west, people say I kind of sound like I'm out here. When I'm out here, they say I sound like I'm out west. You know what I'm saying? But all in all, I kind of think that being from the Bay, you can definitely tell that that's influenced my style, just my immediate surroundings, you know what I'm saying, growing up in Fillmore. But, yeah, man, that's all I really rap about. I feel like that's the perfect place for me to start with this first album, is to paint, give everybody a visual of where I came from, you know what I'm saying, and then take them as far as I can after that, you feel me?
Right now it's known a lot for the hyphy movement. Do you associate with that, or like you respect it, you don't like it?
Of course, man. I was born and raised in the Bay, and a lot of the hyphy movement was a part of me. When I was young, we helped, like, initiate that whole movement, you know what I'm saying? Like, we was a part of that, like, but it's not just the music. Like, people from other regions here, they be like, well, that's the music, you know what I mean? Like, it's hyphy music. Nah, it's just a way of life that it's still hip hop, you know what I mean? But it's just a different name for it. And if you look at the dances and the culture, it's still the same as, it's still breakdancing, it's still graffiti, it's still, you know, about lyricism and stuff like that. But everybody just has their own way of expressing it.
So somebody that doesn't do music at all could still be down with the hyphy movement?
You still could be down with the hyphy movement. But, I mean, my style is not hyphy, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I have my own style, you know what I mean? I rap. I'm more focused on being specific and lyrical and just bringing a more smooth vibe, you know what I mean?
Right. You got a lot of political, like, heavy subject matter. How do you keep yourself from being too preachy?
That's the big, like, underlining thing that I try to focus on, is just not to sound like I'm preaching. I've never have been a preacher, you know what I'm saying? But I just try to just be myself, you know what I mean? Remember that the people that I'm talking to is young cats. When I was young, we didn't listen to what the preacher said, you know what I'm saying? We listened to what rappers said, or what the big homies was talking about, you know what I mean? The cool people. Preachers, you know what I mean? Not to take nothing away from the church, but we wasn't mature enough to really understand, you know what I mean, what the preacher was saying. So, I mean, that's what I just keep in mind, that, you know what I mean, it is the youngsters that's the most important, you know what I mean? So keep everything real simple and never forget that they may sound like they're coming from an ignorant perspective, but it's just not. It's because they're young, you know what I mean? Because I'm young and I represent the youth, so I just try to keep it simple, you know what I mean?
Right. You speak on gentrification, some of your rhymes, and that's a big issue even here in New York.
Yes.
You know, so how does that affect you or people you know?
Man, it affects everybody I know. I was born and raised in Fillmore, San Francisco, California, you know what I'm saying? And, I mean, the neighborhood just changed over the years. I mean, it's still Fillmore, don't get me wrong, you know what I mean? All my family is still there. Everybody I grew up with is not still there. Some of them is in jail, some of them moved away. But, you know, property value raised, and a lot of people can't afford to rent, or they get bought out of their homes or their businesses. So they had to take, you know what I mean, their business or their whole family and just up and move, you know what I mean? And I see that. That's why I decided to, like, really focus that whole gentrification. That was my whole focus of the album, because not only did I see it going on in San Francisco, I came out here, I see it. I go to LA, I see it. I go to New Orleans, I see it. I go to Detroit, I see it. You know what I'm saying? Gary, Indiana, I see it. Everywhere I go, I see it. So it was like, I gotta address this, but not on no PBS, you know what I'm saying, too educational type of way, in a hip hop kind of way, you know what I'm saying? Give some flavor and style to it, you know what I mean? So, and I seen that nobody did it yet, so I felt like that it needed a soundtrack, you know what I'm saying? And that's what the album is.
Who are some of the cats, like, from, like, this new generation that you see yourself collaborating with, or like you identify with even?
Okay, man, you mean locally or
wherever, you know?
I see a lot of talent coming up right now, man. Like, and to be honest, a lot of people complaining about where hip-hop is at right now and all that. But I'm seeing all the good shit. Like, if you listen to the radio, you'll be disappointed, right? When you talk about hip-hop, you know what I'm saying? But when I look around and I see artists like from where I'm from, Big Rich, you know what I'm saying? Bailey, you know what I'm saying, and Neo the Gift, other cats like Irk the Jerk. Out here, I'm hearing, where's that cat from? Detroit, Black Milk, he dope.
Yeah.
Like I'm hearing a lot of cats who keeping a whole lot of authenticity to their style and not really conforming to what's going on in the mainstream just yet. You know what I mean? And I respect that. I'm just giving a shout out because I respect niggas that's doing that. You know what I'm saying?
Can you tell us about some of the songs on the album?
Okay.
Or people you're working with, actually?
Yeah, I work with, it was basically all in-house production, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Ambush, Algier, Drums and Ammo, that's the production team. They did like 80% of the album. Big D also was on the album. He's a great producer out of South San Francisco, I'm sorry. And yeah, man, it's 17 songs, you know what I mean? It's all me, no features, you know what I mean? It's one of those real first albums, you know what I mean? I want to give y'all as much as I can. And the most I can say, we got an album, we got a video dropping next week called What You Finna Do. I'm going to make sure Ignantwitted get it, you know what I'm saying? But I got another video named Ben that's going to drop a few weeks after that. But you know what I'm saying? We're going to keep pushing this album until we feel like all of y'all get it, you know what I'm saying? Y'all may not know that y'all need it, but y'all need it, you know what I mean? And it'll be out on March 9th, man. I could make $1 million off 100 grand. You want a lame, you want another man. I aim steady with a level hand. I'm finna blow, so I'm something like a whistle. Better yet, a tea kettle when my arm freeze yellow. So when you hear me body this track, go get the shovel, man. Throw dirt up on it, close curtain on it. Take it, bitch, nah, I'm finna put a hurtin' on it. Face down, ass up, pillow left with makeup on it. You better wake up on me, open your eyelids. Look what I did, the flow hybrid. If you slow, that mean I never stop gassing. When that new DaVinci stop, man, streets never stop asking. Yeah, I'm still masking, gloving it for the fuck of it. Problem that you can't take back, like when the rubber split. Shit, from NY to California, try to play me, use a gun to spray the K and bend the corner. It's DaVinci.
Let's go. Yeah. Around like I'm out of time. In all black like the Columbine. Dancing with the devil in my idle mind. They say I'm on my mind, but haters on my line. Keep me with the stowaway like homicide is not a crime. So I'm on my grind. In all black like the Columbine. Dancing with the devil in my idle mind. They say